first mission given to Isaiah, who had volunteered saying, "Send me," was to go to King Ahaz of Judah, who was so terrified by the northern Israel alliance that he was trying to rely on Assyria instead of God. The message was, "Their plan will not stand, nor will it come to pass. So do not even think about relying on Assyria." God clearly informed King Ahaz of what was to come. He made Isaiah bring along his son, whose very name meant the promise of salvation. A remnant shall return. He told him he must stand firm in this promise, and even reached out to him to ask for a sign if he was feeling anxious. Yet King Ahaz, just as we so often do, put on a show of polite modesty. "Oh, Pastor, you must be so busy. Why bother with someone like me?" and turned it down, saying, "I'll just keep living the way I always have." This wasn't humility, it was a desire for control, an unwillingness to be interfered with by God. "Therefore the Lord himself will give you a sign." Ahaz turned it down, saying he was fine, claiming there was no point in asking for a sign that never gets answered anyway. But what is a parent like? A parent isn't someone who gives only when asked. Even when a child doesn't ask and throws a tantrum saying they don't need it, a parent simply must give them what is necessary. Faced with King Ahaz, whose nation was on the brink of destruction from an immediate enemy threat, our God gives a sign about Jesus Christ, who would come 700 years later. The sheer scale of God's timing leaves one so suffocated and filled with frustration that it makes one dizzy. When a robber is breaking into my house right now, what good does it do me to hear that a large police station will open down the street next year? Yet the text has already declared there will be no robber breaking into your house in the first place. That is to say, you will not die from the attack of the Northern Israel alliance, but from your own failure to believe the word of God. Whenever God's timeline, which sees the whole picture, collides with my human timeline that sees only what's right in front of my feet, it becomes hard to breathe. From King Ahaz's perspective, the attack by Northern Israel was the big issue. But from God's perspective, Judah's real issue was their state of neither believing in nor relying on God. That is precisely why the medicine God gives to a Judah facing a massive crisis is Immanuel, a single pill that says, "You must cling to God who is with you if you want to live."